Hi parents, third grade teachers here, plus Mr. Powers. We just wanted to do a quick video to inform you of a project that is coming home today, March 11th. It is going to be our culture project. This is something that you will help your kids with. It is due on April 1st. There are two things coming home today. The first thing is the culture interview project note-taking sheet. Well, really it should be in full sentences, where your child will be asking questions to you, grandparents, aunts, uncles, about the culture in your family. And a lot of students have asked, well, there are multiple cultures in my family. We told the students that they could choose one or two to represent their family cultures and traditions. They should be asking you and other family members these questions, and in their own handwriting, they should be answering them in full sentences to use for a presentation. They will be selecting 5 aspects or 5 categories of their culture. One will be required, which is food, and there will be bullet points which demonstrate how they can be successful in that content area. So there's food, which is required, language, customs, traditions, or holidays, geography, clothing, arts, music, and dance, and sports. Once they have done the questionnaire and picked their 5 categories, then they will pick a presentation method, which is listed also in this packet as well. And they will create a presentation for the class. So Mrs. Ludes will talk a little bit about the presentations for the class.
Okay, so once April 1st comes along, your students will present and educate the rest of us on the culture that they researched. That will mean they will bring in 2 to 3 artifacts. One of those artifacts may be food, but don't get it confused with food is required. Food is required to tell us about the food of your culture. It's not actually required to bring food in. However, having said that, we on the 3rd grade team love to eat, we love food. So what we told the kids was, if you want the students to try the food from your culture, it has to be store-bought, and the label has to be brought in for the teacher to be able to read it. If you want to cook things from home, it is only for the adults to be able to eat, of which we will enjoy and appreciate, and thank you very much for broadening our appetites for different foods, but unfortunately we cannot share things baked or cooked at home with students due to allergies, okay? Other than that, the artifacts might be traditional clothing, it might be a photo, it might be a map or a flag. Just 2 or 3 things that represent their culture. The kids and the teachers talked at length about this today, so they got a lot of their questions answered, but we'll continue to talk about it and guide them through this project. Of course, if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to contact your teachers.
Yep, and the last thing is their presentation method will be something like a poster or a Google Slides presentation, and that's something that you can decide on what works best for them to create at home. We will also carve out some time for them at school if they need that to be able to complete their presentation, but it is primarily something that will be completed at home. Again, like Mrs. Zaluda said, if you have any questions or comments, let us know. Thanks.